have a fun holiday video, shall we?
Give me your wigs. You don't know what to do.
Hello everyone, I hope that you are enjoying your days off. I want to make sure that you guys check out patreon.com/AdrianExpression because this week I just put up a cool ass podcast episode. If I do say so myself, it was about a lot of things about Watchmen. I talked about episode 6 of The Watchmen. I talked about the AMAs, of course. I also talked about T.I.'s comments on Red Table Talk. He really pissed me off, so I had a lot of things to say about it. Some of the patrons sent some of their comments and questions in, and I talked about that as well. It was really great. You won't want to miss it. Sign up patreon.com/AdrianExpression to check it out. Now, speaking of something else that we are going to be checking out, we're checking out Miss Normani. She was on Miss Cosmopolitan, all right? Looking gorgeous as ever, but you know what was even more sickening, all right, was the things that she was up there saying. I'm gonna read through some of them. And this is in reference to, well, this first quote is in reference to Motivation, her music video. She said, "I told the director I want this to be as black as possible. I was like, let's show black culture. Why does pop music have to be so white? Why don't we make it a little bit more me?" And of course, the article goes on to describe, put that into even further context by saying that Normani, when she was younger, she loved to watch MTV. She loved the pop girls. They said Baby One More Time was her first album, first CD purchase. While she loved all that shit, she said it made her feel invisible. So with all that in mind, she goes on to say, "I'm gonna make whatever I do black. You'll know that I'm a black girl even if it's on the quote unquote widest record ever." And I'm just like, all right, Normani, you're talking a bunch of shit, but I'm wondering where the album is. Where's the album at? She talked about her time in a dance studio. She talked about her time in Fifth Harmony and how it relates to her being shy. And then she said, "I remember always being asked, why do you want to be in a girl group? So you can hide?" And she said that's exactly what I was doing. And she talks about how hard she has to work. She said, "I know how to work really hard, harder than everyone else. If they're putting in 5 hours, I'm putting in 8. And she had to do the music video while she was on tour with Ariana. It was really cool. Sis looked really great. Sis was saying a lot of great things. We love to see the Black Queen jump out. Speaking of black girl magic, well, more specifically speaking about people who don't understand it and try to take it for granted, apparently there's a lot of things been going on behind the scenes when it comes to NBC, America's Got Talent, and Gabrielle Union. Now, there's some reporting that's been going on. I think Page 6 went and talked to some individuals there to get some more details on what's going on, but apparently Gabrielle Union has been fired from America's Got Talent as a judge, and it kind of relates to the extremely toxic environment that is there. One of the most notable situations is earlier this year when Jay Leno came apparently to be a guest judge on America's Got Talent, and he made a racist joke saying that some dogs pictured on Simon Cowell's wall or whatever, he said that those dogs or the pets look like something that you would find at a Korean restaurant, and people were saying there were Asian people or at least one Asian employee there when he made the joke, and he spoke it directly into the camera, and Gabrielle Union wanted to bring these comments to HR, and what happened was it did not end up going to HR. But that was not the only situation. Apparently there was a contestant trying to do this racist caricature imitating black celebrities and black performers, and Gabrielle Union was like, "Girl, we probably shouldn't include that shit." She would speak up trying to defend black people, minority communities, and the showrunners were not having it. And instead of addressing the actual issues, they would let it slide and then edit out certain lines, edit out certain things when the episode actually hit. So, and on top of that, Page 6 also says Union was subjected to a very specific critique that her rotating hairstyles were quote unquote too black for the audience of America's Got Talent. And apparently that's a critique that she received over half a dozen times. And this is according to sources with direct knowledge of the exchanges who spoke on the condition of anonymity. It's an absolute mess, but it really mirrors just like working in a lot of these corporate spaces. It's dehumanizing. That's exactly what it is. And so NBC, of course, they had to come out with a statement. America's Got Talent has a long history of inclusivity and diversity in both our talent and the acts championed by the show. The judging and host lineup has been regularly refreshed over the years, and that is one of the reasons for America's Got Talent's enduring popularity. NBC and the producers take any issues on set seriously. So at the time of me making this video, Gabrielle Union has not said anything on her Twitter. Dwayne Wade, though, showed a lot of support for his wife. He said, when I first heard that she was fired, my first question was like, why? And I haven't received any good answers. He showed a lot of support for her. So it's just unfortunate that in a lot of cases, this is not an isolated case. In a lot of cases, especially in the corporate world, when you say, hey, guess what? I'm still a human being and you probably shouldn't be racist assholes to motherfuckers, you get chopped and they try to silence you. But I don't know, the power that Gabrielle Union has as her own brand and as a huge ass celebrity, she won't be stifled. That's just it. We won't be stopped. And I'm happy that she continues to use her voice, like her husband says, continues to use her voice in ways that matter. And I am here for that. So Kim Kardashian told you girls that she's done dressing too sexy. All right, I don't know what else to say about that situation. She said she's tired. When she gets on Instagram, she can't even scroll in front of her kids because it's a bunch of nudity. She said that she'd be at the White House and then the next moment she's posting in a bikini and she's just like, well, I have to go back there. I have to go back to the White House. What are they? Like, girl, you really think? You think they didn't know who you were before they invited you to the motherfucking White House? Girl, you gonna sit your ass down. And she also mentioned her husband, like he's mentioned it's too much, it's overkill. It's just like, girl, just be honest with us and say that you're trying to be somebody's first lady. Y'all trying to extract as much money that you can by using religion, by pushing all of this stuff. Just say that. Say that you're trying to be somebody's sanctified first lady and you're not trying to have the girls out in the pulpit. Just say that you're trying to cash out and you don't want the way that you dress to prevent that from happening. Even though I don't think it will be, because if they accepted Kanye West bullshit, I don't think they would have a problem accepting yours, girl. I don't know. And since we're speaking about bullshit, Scarlett Johansson, I'm not gonna talk about her for too long, but she went up there and she said, he maintains his innocence and I believe him. This is in reference to Woody Allen, who groomed and married his adopted daughter, among many other things and many other allegations. She goes on to say, unfortunately, I don't know, I feel the way I feel about it. It's my experience. I don't know any more than any other person knows. I only have a close proximity with Woody. He's a friend of mine, but I have no other insight than my relationship with him, sis. And I remember she went on, she said, it doesn't mean that I don't believe women. It's just, I have no, what did she say? But I have no other insight than my relationship with him. This is all I'm seeing, and I don't care. I have no other insight than my relationship with him. Girl, save it. Save it. And that's why every time I drag these celebrities and they out here with magazine spreads and they get steady getting booked, they getting deals and signing book deals and all over our TV screens, ain't nobody getting canceled. It's just they moving over to a different demographic who accepts they bullshit. That's it. That's all that happens. Scarlett, all I'm gonna say is, like, where is Thanos when you need him? And since we're speaking about Thanos, I want y'all to understand that Papa John's is giving me very much greasy, meat sweats, clogged pores in the face, built ass Thanos. And he does have an infinity gauntlet, but the difference is that every time Mr. John Snatter or whatever, Mr. Papa John snaps his fingers, half of his own IQ points go missing. Half of them disappear. As we know, this man had to step away from his company after a whole bunch of controversy happened because he allegedly said the N-word in a conference call, in a company conference call, right? So he had to step away from the company, and so what he ended up doing on the interview was dragging his own company, like dragging the people who took over his company. About the CEO, the current CEO, the new CEO of Papa John's, Rob Lynch, he said that Rob Lynch has no pizza experience. He has never been in the pizza category. He doesn't really know quality. And one of the reasons why Mr. Papa John's knows what quality is because he said that he ate at least 40 pizzas in the last 30 days so he obviously uses that as a credential saying that, okay, because I ate that many pizzas in such a short amount of time, I know what quality is. Let me tell you something, quality is not that skin, because the way that I understand now, it makes sense that your ass is eating over 40 pizzas. It makes sense that your skin is oily like that, girl. It makes sense that your ass is giving me Sinestro in the face. You're giving me super villain in the face, all right? That's exactly what your politics and your bigotry is giving Thanksgiving me as well. So I'm not trying to hear none of the bullshit that you're talking about. I never was. Shitty pizza, worst ingredients, fucked up John's, Papa John's. He also said the board members, everybody else who forced him out, there'd be a day of reckoning. Basically, he said if we want to air all this shit out, we can air it out. Now, I would love for you to air that, expose all of them, because it won't bring your ass back to Papa John's. What are you gonna do? If you don't see, what you need to do is probably take some of the tomato sauce on some of them pizzas, wipe it on your face, and then take a picture, because even that would look better than how you presented yourself in that interview. Oh my goodness, I feel like if I do this on your skin, my finger will turn into a French fry with an amount of oil that is sitting up on your hot ass face. We're gonna move right along. And since we're coming up on Thanksgiving, I just want to mention really quickly what Trump said in one of his idiotic ass rallies. He said that there is I guess he's kind of echoing what Fox News is saying, that there is some war on Thanksgiving and the liberals are trying to change the name of Thanksgiving, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, sis, ain't nobody talking. Where's this push to rename Thanksgiving? The only push is to understand the implications and the historical context of Thanksgiving, to understand why the native people of this country aren't jumping for joy every time the Thanksgiving holiday comes around. Maybe we want to look at it in a different light, and that's it, or look at it in an accurate light. Y'all girls came over here. Thanksgiving is a celebration of new frontiers, and we're finally come here and establishing ourselves. But to the natives, y'all came into their fucking homes, gave them diseases, killed them, genocide, enslaved the hell out of them, and then now y'all jumping around turkeys and shit. It's just look at these holidays in the historical, cultural context that they always have been. Stop whitewashing it. Stop trying to rewrite the story. That's all we saying. Ain't no war. Y'all still gonna be able to eat your turkey. You still gonna be able to stuff your stomach full until you can't eat no more. It's gonna be okay. Damn. I think people think, oh, here they come. Here they always got something to critique, always got something to say, but it's just like, no, just tell the truth. Like, that's all we're saying. We can still have the holiday. Obviously, we love holidays. People love having days off. People love spending time with their family. People love eating. There's nobody knocking that, but we're just saying, approach these things with accuracy, with real history. That's it. Understand the real reason why these holidays were created in the first place. Let it reshape your understanding of the history of this country. That's it. Just honesty. The opposite of honesty is deception, and ICE has been over here deceiving foreign-born students with their University of Farmington in Detroit. I remember there were stories about this happening, but now there's been an update. Apparently there are now 250 arrests that have happened since January because of this absolutely bogus and fake university that the Fed set up, that ICE set up, to literally and just trick these students who are born in different countries, who live in different countries. Now, so it marketed to foreign-born students that it was just an accredited university and you can come here, and because of that, they were given visas. So they came to the United States legally because this school said, "Hey, sis, we're gonna give y'all visa. We're gonna get y'all together. This is a real school. Come over here." Okay, so that's exactly what they did. This comes from USA Today, but since the University of Farmington was later revealed to be a creation of federal agents, they lost their immigration status after it was shut down in January. The school was staffed with undercover agents posing as university officials. So because the university was a fraud, their student visas, they're false and not valid, and then they facing arrests and deportations. Now, I said 250 students so far have already had to experience this. A lot of them were arrested, deported, left voluntarily, but some are trying to fight it. I think I read at least one person got permanent residence after fighting it, but it's crazy to me that ICE is over here literally, and they charged these students, I think $12,000. The average is $12,000 in tuition fees per year. They charged these students for them only to get tricked and deported. I don't understand. Like, that's what frustrates me about taxes. It's just like, if this is where the fuck the money's going, like, we have so many other things to be focused on and to be paying into. The fact that they created this university that costs money, they marketed this university that costs money, they had to pay all these workers posing as professors and shit and university officials, that costs money. It's ridiculous to try and bring students over here on something false, cancel this shit, let it fall out, let the bottom fall out underneath them, and then arrest them and deport them. That's ridiculous. Abolish ICE. Anyway, that's all I had to say on that. I hope that you guys are enjoying your holiday. I hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving. I hope you're getting your life with your family or friends, whatever the case may be. Check me out at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Follow me at AdrianExpression on my Instagram, on my Twitter. If the YouTube schedule is wonky, it's because it's the holidays, so just forgive me, bear with me. I appreciate your support so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.